Hello and welcome to Marked Out Wrestling Podcast, episode number 445. I am Adam Baum, the Jew that leads the crew, here to walk you through all things Wednesday night. Alongside me are my cohorts. If you're watching on YouTube Live, you see that one of them is apparently choking himself, while the other is ready to kick it where I send it to him. What's going on, Bionic One?
What's happening, man? How are you?
I don't know.
How we doing?
You're the only co-host breathing.
I'm fucking ready.
Yeah, apparently.
He's still dying next to me. I'm dying man.
I'm working on it.
Are you okay, Rody Rom?
Hi.
Yeah, take a sip of your beverage.
There you go.
Rob is off all weekend, so he's loose.
Hey.
Is that how we would call it?
Sure.
Loose?
Yes. So we're going to be reacting to AEW
God.
and NXT. Rob is sitting in Kiera closeness.
He's very close to me right now.
Very,
what's up?
very
How you doing,
close
brother?
to us.
How are you, man?
Our
Good.
YouTube live chat board lieutenants up. Daniel Price, stop fucking
Sorry,
coughing.
I'm sorry.
I'm just going to mute you. Daniel Price, Justin Reside, Anaconda Vice, Soji's here. Let's see, I saw other people. Bang Bus.
Oh.
The Hardly Boys, Mika Meach, Sealer Stout.
He's got his arm around me now.
Everybody is here ready to get it started. So
We've got some back row. What
we're
is
going to
happening?
do like we normally do. We're going to run down the cards side by side, determine who's winner by winner, segments where they're compared or comparable.
Were you using words there? What was all that?
Yeah, cough boy.
What words and the conditions and the compares and the...
Wow, really?
Yeah.
All right, so but before we do that, I want to tell everybody how they can be thrifty like me by going to collarandelbowbrand.com or by going to markedoutgear.com. Either way, 10% off. Use the promo code MarkedOut, all caps, all one word. Your wardrobe could be as comfy as Brian's laying around the house in sweatpants.
Well, I'm actually wearing a Mick Foley shirt, so
Dude.
that doesn't really
No,
apply.
normally, I thought you had Collar and Elbow brand sweatpants.
I do, but I'm not wearing them right now. You know, brother's got to do some laundry at some point.
Brian is our Gary. You know what I'm talking
Who's
about,
Gary?
Adam?
Yes.
Our very lazy,
Oh,
always wearing
Snail.
sweatpants and
yeah.
Yeah, the snail.
yeah.
Well, I like to dress comfortably, right? I
Sure.
mean,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's good.
Whatever you
you
got to tell yourself, Brian. You're the one who looks in the mirror.
Whatever
I
gets
don't
the
look
girls
in the mirror
going.
and
I wear
see you.
jeans when I have to. I wear slacks when I have to.
If I did,
wear
I'd-
Jenkos when I have to.
It'd
What
be
are you?
very creepy.
Rob is being very touchy today. What's
Yeah.
going on?
I had a request to touch your beard.
Did you
Oh.
eat the blue pill instead of the red one?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to see the doctor and get rid of that. Anything on the board before we get started, Brian? You're not paying attention.
Daniel Price said, "A thrifty Jew? The hell you say?"
That's me.
That's you.
That's me. So let's run down the card. We're going to discuss the show open. We're going to start and go all the way through to main event. So side by side, to start the show, NXT here, Rob, has, since you're the one who defends NXT, we have Rhea versus Bianca to kick off the match.
We did.
Io, Candice show up at the end, but Rhea gets the victory despite Io trying to sabotage her.
I think the story here is... Hold on. Damn, sorry.
He's dying.
You're
I
so
think
worthless.
I think there's two stories here. Obviously, the one that's being told about Rhea Ripley, moving on to the title and having other contenders still wanting to mix in. I think the other story is Bianca Belair does not fit in any future storyline on NXT. I think this was her swan song, and she's going to join her boo up on Monday Night Raw. So that's story number one. But story number two was, one, they had a good match, Bianca and Rhea Ripley. It wasn't, too fast. It wasn't too slow. Good selling, good storytelling. Just two great in-ring competitors. And you can tell a big difference in both of them from when they first joined NXT. So it's good to watch this kind of culmination of their talent. But, yeah, go ahead.
You just can't stop joking.
I can't,
You're
man.
making good points, but you sound like shit.
I'm sorry. Yeah, keep going.
So, Brian, on the other side,
Yeah.
AEW,
Whew.
we have a Spot Monkey Fest with
Hey.
Private Party and the Lucha Bros.
Easy,
My God.
Easy. I mean,
Yeah, defend that.
there's nothing to defend. I mean, if
No,
you,
there's a lot to defend.
no, what?
Yeah.
There were There were amazing spots. One
Okay.
would say there was all the spots. They had all the spots.
You're like a used car salesman right now. Look at all the spots we've got here.
Every spot.
Come on down. Every spot. Crazy Brian will make you a deal.
Spot
you had Ranas. You had fucking 450s.
Corkscrews and Jack in the Box.
Dives. Everything under the sun, which, I mean,
Murder, Death, Kill.
That's what makes a fucking Young Bucks and Private Party match. So, I mean.
Let me just. Yeah. Now that you've made your case, I'll act like a little bit of a jury here. Rob's segment for NXT, you have the women's division kind of building there. Yeah. Look, it appears that Rhea's going to be a contender. And yes, Rob, you're right. Bianca may leave, but you've still built Io and Candice to continue to make that division something fierce.
Oh, yeah.
And
they're not losing anything there.
But Brian, Lucha Brothers, I thought were for sure going to advance anyway.
Yeah.
And up until tonight, you can call it what you want. Private Party, I think Rob said it. You might have said it. Every time they were going to have a move be reversed or it was going to be, them get hit or something, they didn't go full bore.
Yeah.
And they looked very weak tonight. Lucha Brothers, this is what they do.
And you could say that's a little nitpicky, right?
No, it's not.
You don't think so? You don't think so?
No.
This is the point of the night that I'm nitpicky, because just for the record, for those of you that might think I'm shitting on AEW, there's many parts of the rest of the show that I thought were leaps and bounds better than NXT.
Nah, we're past the point of fucking defending them, defending our points. Go ahead with your point.
But this, you have a spot fest, which is what the Lucha Brothers do. Private Party doing their part, but every little move was another spot. And Private Party was half in, Brian, many times. You saw that Dean Ambrose could have beat them in a sprint.
It felt like some of their spots.
Is that fair?
They did it the same speed that they rehearsed them.
Right. Yeah. It seemed like it was a little, I don't want to say telegraphed, but.
I'm going to go.
I'm going to.
But everything still looked like clean. Like they still hit everything. There were no real botches or anything like that.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it more.
It did seem like.
We're talking about it now.
Wait, no. I'm saying the point that I'm going to say. But the other part of the tournament tag match was a real tag match. It told a story. It did have some spots, but it was a real match.
Like we didn't see it.
This was not that.
I didn't see a single headlock in this fucking match.
Yeah.
Look, I get it. What I said when we were watching it was, this is a wonderful PWG show. This match going on right now.
Yeah.
Because it's just PWG, it's just spots and gimmicks all night long, which is great. It's fun. There's always a place for that. I'm not shitting on that. But there was no wrestling. It was overwhelming. By the end of it, I'm like, I don't know if this is better than the last thing I saw. They didn't build up the spots.
Well, and by the way, the live crowd, for something like this, the live crowd is great. Yeah. For something like this at home, this sucks ass. Because we're reliant on the production truck to keep up with all this shit. And it's very, very tough to see. There was one spot they were showing some Asian woman react.
Yeah.
Instead, and then we come back.
Missed the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean.
The one thing, though, is that the Lucha Brothers, they do move extremely fast. So that could also throw off our little, our actual fucking
I think
gauge.
Performance.
Oh, they move faster than the eye.
Like, performance be damned. The point Adam makes about their performance being, slow and walking it down, that's completely a valid point. I think the bigger picture is that it was just a fucking spot fest.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's the main fucking thing. Like
maybe that's why it was slow, Rob. Because in their head, they had to count. Where am I supposed to be next? I've got to go here.
They need to realize that AEW is a wrestling show that's on TV now. So therefore, it is a TV show. So therefore, TV shows tell a story. I don't care if it's a fucking cooking show or whatever. TV shows tell a story. And a nonstop spot fest with just that I was.
See, I will counter that. I will counter that
on.
with the fact that they just had, like you said, they had a spot fest. But if they're trying to get casual fans that don't really know or haven't checked it out, like haven't watched wrestling in a while, and they turn this on, they're like, holy fuck.
Or they're going to be like, this is what wrestling is now?
Wait, now, I like this point on the board that Soji made. He said, I was overwhelmed because too many spots. He goes, but he also says, Private Party's actual technique aside, the spots were sluggish. Mm-hmm. And, Brian, if you are tuning in for the first time, and you're watching a guy look like he's going through the motions, or in this case, a team.
But a casual fan won't know that. Us fucking
they won't notice a guy moving
assholes
slow.
that watch it.
They won't notice a guy moving slow. Really?
I think casual fans would see this match and go, "Wow, that's a bunch of impressive shit." But I don't want to watch that all night.
Yeah, and where do they go from here? They nutted all over everything that they could possibly do. I can't see that them doing any new offense.
Maybe
after this.
that's their tag division.
How could anyone write a new song when they've all been written?
Right.
Right. I mean, again, I don't feel this way about the whole show, but this one I'm gonna give to AEW again. EO came out and screwed.
Wait, you're giving it to AEW?
Sorry,
NXT.
NXT.
No. You already said. Sorry, check the tape.
EO came out and screwed Rhea. So Rhea, the new contender, looked strong. Well, and they haven't made it official, but presumably the new contender, she looked strong because she overcame a screw job. Guess who has partners that like to help her screw job? Shayna.
Yeah.
It's building up there. It's a good storyline. And Bianca was like so close, she could say.
Yeah, now she's
and
just
if
on
it
the
is her
outside.
swan song.
You think that's really it? That's it?
Yeah, I think.
What the
she's
fuck
done.
is she gonna do on
Raw?
Yeah, man.
Fight Natty.
Bro.
Lacey.
I'm saying she's better than that, but yeah, she's
Cool.
a lot of Cool.
All right.
Something like that.
We'll see if that plays out. But opening segment, I'm going to give to NXT.
You mean AEW? Bro, come on,
dude,
Lucha Brothers.
And Anaconda Vice. Anaconda Vice.
Thank you, Vice.
And Brian.
What
I say during the show, I said that AEW is like the Trump for Brian. Like, he can do no wrong. There's nothing it could ever do.
I
They could
hate
burn
that
the arena. They
comparison.
could burn the arena down, and I'd still love it. It's AEW.
I despise that comparison. You know, when I went to the gym this morning and I went on the bike and there was just one of the fucking huge TVs just right in front of me.
Yeah.
I never do this, but I actually went up to the person at the front and I was like, do you mind just changing the channel? I don't want to fucking see this bullshit orange man on my face.
Let's move
while
on.
I'm on the bike.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's
Sidebar.
move on.
Sorry.
Let's move on to the second match
Lucha
on
Brothers.
both shows.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna switch my friggin' petty town here, but I'm gonna let you guys both do your arguments first.
Okay.
On one side, we got Rob
Uh-huh.
for NXT, Riddle and Cameron Grimes, which, of course, Tyler Bates involved to punch Cameron Grimes out after the match.
Right. Which is probably the best
And
part.
On the other side, Brian, we have SCU versus Dark Order.
SCU.
Go ahead. Who wants to go first?
I like SCU, but I like them. I'm not big on the Dark Order guys.
Why not?
I don't know.
One makes me look like I'm in shape.
One looks like the principal from Billy Madison.
The Blob.
Yeah.
He was supposed to tap if he ran out of hair.
But look, Cameron Grimes. I'm still learning this guy. I'm not digging him. I mean, he appears to be a good wrestler, but he just has not won me over yet on the give a fuck
Well, I think
scale.
his gimmick hasn't really kind of done anything for like it's not. What is he? Just
I haven't heard him talk, so I don't know what he is. He's a guy that wears a
he's
hat
the Carolina caveman.
that
brother.
looks like Eugene without the jacket. I mean,
Eugene, no.
he's
doesn't
the
look
like
bass
Nick Dinsmore.
player. He's the bass player in a backwoods cover band.
No, what's that band?
We do Stone Temple Pilots. You want that?
They look like time travelers. They dress as like or no. Like
Okay,
they're from the
I'm gonna
colonial
take
times.
back over because you two are off topic. So I'm gonna here's my decision since neither of you really made a strong argument. SCU and Dark Order.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to say about the way Dark Order was, that was a great match. It was a great example of a tag match. I loved every second of it. I am a huge Scorpio Sky mark lately.
Really?
And oh yeah. I think he is super talented. Like, I don't know his age. I think he's young, but he's got a huge upside, and he's working with veterans like Daniels and Kazarian. And they set this up, obviously, Rob. We talked about this.
Yeah.
SCU and Lucha Brothers last week. Kind of knew they're going to face in the finals once the Luchas won.
Can I make a little observation?
Sure.
About Matt Riddle. Am I the only one that's kind of, I don't know, bored with him?
This is where I was going to go next. Just like we talked about with Private Party, Riddle has blown his wad. We've seen everything he did, right?
Yeah, you know what?
Don't
look,
say
look. This is
that.
what it's like, and it's a great analogy
I
because
hate that.
it's Matt Riddle. But it's like you meet a fucking stoner, and you're like the first couple times you hang with him, you're like, fucking dude's cool, man, I love it.
Yeah, dude, he's so insightful.
After you hang out for like 3 months, you're like, man, this fucking burnout is killing me, man.
Dude, he's told the same story every night.
yeah, fucking All right.
Yeah, you told me about the time.
Yeah.
That's Matt Riddle for me right now. He's that stoner that I used to like hanging out with, but now I've heard all the jokes.
All right, so what does he do? Does he
Sells coke?
No, should he go to SmackDown? Go to Raw?
I don't know. I think he needs
He needs a feud.
I think he needs to learn how to sell so he doesn't have to work in every freaking move like he's CrossFit Mania.
Right.
His gimmick
Put on some fucking boots.
Yeah, the fans love him and stuff like that.
You guys
It's
are
just
nuts.
to me he keeps doing the same match over and over again. He's
Yeah.
like that part of the career 5,
But you
6
could say that
years
about
ago.
anyone, really.
I don't-
Like,
you
you
could.
really could
I'm
say
not-
that argument.
You could on the main roster. You can't really say that on NXT.
No,
Okay,
yes,
I'm
you
not.
can.
I'm not. Look, I'm with Adam in the concept of we're bored with Matt Riddle. I'm not with him on his reason. I mean, that's everybody does the same shit over and over. I'm just he's just so bleh. You know, he has great matches, but without a good feud, without somebody to bring the character to his situations, he's just a bleh.
So what is he? What is he doing for War Games?
Currently nothing.
Right.
Bleh.
Currently nothing.
So that's not his fault. That's just because he doesn't
No,
have a good,
I'm not
good
hating on
villain.
him. I'm just
No,
saying.
I mean he fell out of contention after he lost to Cole,
Yeah.
and he's done nothing since.
Yeah, it's just
He's
been floundering.
floundered
So not-
against
but
debuts.
That's not his fault. Like his
No,
ability
Nobody's
is still
insulting.
good.
No.
We never insult the wrestlers, asshole.
And he's winning still.
Sounded
so
like you were. I'm getting defensive.
he's still winning. But I gotta say this second segment,
No.
SCU.
Mm.
Plus, there actually is a consequence to their match
Sure.
beyond Tyler Bate punching Cameron Grimes. AEW wins round 2.
yeah, round 2 AEW.
I think the only thing that the you said it before, the win kind of got taken out of my sails with this match, just because they already set up the finals for the tag team tournament.
Right. We knew the
Last
outcome, but the match was still good. It
Right.
told a
Still-
story.
yeah,
It
oh,
was
yeah.
a real
Fuck
tag
yeah.
match. It wasn't Spot Fest Mania that we start with.
Right. They built up to the high spots.
Plus, they intertwined the whole inner circle thing when they walked out. That was when they first entered the arena, and that's why everyone's attention kind of turned around. You see them walking to their skybox.
Yeah.
yeah.
You see them fucking eating popcorn, drinking
So
bottles
we-
of wine.
and-
So we get a singles match next for AEW. Kenny Omega, Joey Janela. It was on the dark match, but that was unsanctioned. So this is a real sanctioned match, kind of rematch,
Last week
sort
it
of,
was.
whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Last week. And on the other side of things, we have Breezango and Isaiah Swerve Scott versus the Forgotten Sons in a 6-man tag match.
I enjoy Forgotten Sons. I don't hate them guys. They've grown on me as a gimmick, and they're all great wrestlers. I mean, you can't take that from them. The Fandango thing, man. Isaiah Scott's great. He's great. Good. The Fandango thing. Why couldn't they let them come to NXT and be something serious?
Like what?
I don't know. Like just not.
Like
I mean, they were funny at times, but just not they're over the top, and it's like, come on, I want you to be a little bit more gritty.
there
You're
were
an
sexy.
NXT.
There were sexy pilots tonight.
I know.
Uh.
It's just I don't know. They're both great wrestlers. I'd like to see them in a harder look.
Maybe they don't want to, right?
No, maybe not. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe they're doing exactly what they want to do. You're absolutely right, Brian.
What about
Right.
Joey Janela and Kenny, Brian?
Good match. It's hard to go from the unsanctioned one or whatever. I forget the stipulations they had, but to go from that last week and then just
They had to use everything under the ring, I think. Is
they did, yeah.
stipulation.
So going from that, it was kind of a little bit of a downgrade, but still a great match. Love the finish too.
We're not seeing Janela in a death match situation or some weird stipulation.
At some point, we will. I mean, we've already kind of seen
No,
it.
no,
They
I'm
already had
saying
it.
here it was just a straight up match.
Right, yeah,
We're not
so-
used to seeing that.
Plus, like I said, we're on the heels of him just having essentially just a hardcore match last week
Yeah.
I
with
mean,
the same opponent.
I got to give a push here. If I'm being honest, neither one stood out as better than the other, and neither was a bad match. Neither got exposed or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of 6-man tags, but
Yeah.
it's okay when you've got a faction like Forgotten Sons. You've got a trio.
It was a little confusing too, right?
I
Because
thought at first they were fighting Isaiah Scott.
AEW clearly they're not doing the whole heel versus face, right? They're kind of
Oh, yeah,
towing the line a little
Hey,
bit.
Brian, I wrote this on the side. I forgot about this.
Huh? But yeah,
Joey Janela,
Mhm.
healer face.
I don't know, Brian.
Kenny Omega, healer face.
Well, come on, he's a face.
a
Obviously,
face.
he's not
Come
grabbing baby face, but he is a face.
Right.
Uh,
I had to get that out, man. Sorry.
it's okay.
You are killing me.
I know.
Who, him?
Yeah.
That has been annoying. I
Captain-
just kind of got to.
I'm sorry. I'm better
Captain
now.
coughs a
I had
lot.
to do the big one there to get it all out. Right?
But honestly, no. You know what? I thought this was a good showing by Joey Janela, especially come on, going against fucking Kenny Omega. He made him look great.
No, you know what? I hate Duke. Duke Blue Devils.
Yeah.
And I don't really have a reason to hate them. I choose to hate them, and it works with me. I enjoy hating them. Joey Janela is my Duke of wrestling. I just hate him, and
I hate Duke and UNC.
yeah, I have no reason to really not like Joey Janela, but I'm just choosing right now for him to be the person that I hate.
Is he your? Are you saying that he's your?
No. Joey Janela's like this. He's like the dude in high school that would walk like real fast through the halls as he's wearing his chain from his wallet
That's
to
his
his
thing,
pub.
though, man.
I fucking hated that dude.
You're forgetting what you said when we were watching, Rob.
What'd I say?
You said that he was like the dude from Stranger Things.
Yeah, he's like
Dustin.
Billy from Stranger.
No, Billy.
Oh.
The older
Like
brother.
I was thinking Dustin
Like
the
if
whole
Billy
time.
got a little bit older and he was the only one left in town, he took a job, working at the car
That's
wash.
his fucking thing, though, man. He's supposed to be just like this, just burnout asshole.
Okay.
Not lazy,
Nah,
but
it's all good, man.
Either way,
I don't like him.
Either way, they were both good. They were good for what they were, filler segments. I'm not going to give anyone an
filler.
advantage
A
here
Kenny Omega match, you're calling a fucking filler.
because
I
his
should slap
opponent,
you.
I don't know, bored me. Sorry.
So you're saying a push.
Yeah. Sure.
Also, hey, we forgot about the Wardlow. There was a Wardlow promo.
Wardlow?
Wardlow.
YOLO?
Wardlow.
Who's Wardlow?
Who the fuck
Wardlow.
is Wardlow?
He is a powerhouse.
Return of
he's
the King?
No, he's a wrestler that is signed to AEW. Has not debuted yet, but they've been airing promos for him leading up to this. But I think this is the first time they aired one on Dynamite.
All right. So for those that don't know, we are watching
Wardlow?
these shows side by side.
With Wardlow.
So I got to be honest here at this next part. Hands down, AEW is going to win before we even start because I got no fucking notes on NXT because AEW just had me enthralled. This is when Cody and Jericho, well, Jericho up top, Cody in the ring, we're talking smack, and DDP, Dustin, and MJF come to Cody's aid. We have an amazing segment. And on the other side, Leo Rush, my man, was on commentary for Jack Gallagher and Angel Garza.
Yeah.
This is how we kicked off second hour for both shows, by the way, guys.
Yeah, I NXT lost me for probably at least an hour of tonight's total programming. I mean, and I'm sorry, that's continuous.
That's half of the show.
I would think,
right.
I would think
Continuous.
about 45 minutes.
Yeah, just grabbed me continuously and did not let me go. I almost call him the Onion. The
Onion?
fucking Inner Circle.
Oh,
The Union, the Onion, the Inner Circle.
the outer circle.
Inner Circle up there with the fucking bullhorns. It was fucking hilarious. I mean, I'm sorry. If Jericho, I've been excited to see what Jericho's going to do because he's probably got 1,000 gimmicks written in a book somewhere that Big Daddy Vince never let him use. And he's like, you know what? Let's get some fucking air horns and let's blow them like Cody's doing the reference to WWE, not the company we came. We don't have an invisible wall here. I fucking loved this entire segment. Fighting with fans getting fucking hot dogs rather than some pre-cleared out hallway.
And again, I have no idea what Garza. I know Garza won.
I don't know who wrestled.
But I was not watching Angel Garza and Jack Gallagher.
I looked at you at that moment and I said, I'm glad he's taking notes.
Right. What about the fact, though, that my favorite part of Jericho's promo, and all of it was great. I know
what you're going to say.
Him making fun of MJF wearing scarves.
Yes,
Oh, fucking great.
Right?
Absolutely.
Fucking great,
This is Roderick
bro.
Strong,
Yeah.
man. Prove this
Thank you, Roddy.
That was key. That's one of those like Easter eggs that true Mark wrestling fans, just pop for, if you will.
Yeah.
So hands down, I don't think anybody's going to question it. AEW wins here.
Yeah.
Start of the second hour.
Yep.
We follow it up with, again, a couple fillers here.
Wardlow.
Sure. We follow it up with what is Revenge World Champion? This is Brian. You're distracting us, and the podcast people can't hear any of this.
No,
We're
they can see
seeing
it. This is for fucking YouTube.
Okay, the live crowd can.
Well,
anyway, So we follow it up here with the Best Friends versus the Bucks in a paint by numbers kind of match.
Excuse me.
And we have Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox versus the weird horsewomen, Roddy's wife and the other girl.
I don't know.
The weird horsewomen.
The one girl, not Roddy's wife, the other girl, I don't know her name, man.
I don't know. This feels,
I'm not going to learn it.
The Bucks remind me of a pet monkey, man. It's like they're really fun for a little bit, and it's like, oh God, quit shitting all over the floor.
Also,
I don't feel that way about it. But
I need to correct you. Okay, you forgot about Orange Cassidy coming out with.
wait.
So great.
Forgot about him.
That's so good.
Okay. No, I didn't forget about it. I was going to make my ruling here. I'm going to give it to AEW because of Orange Cassidy.
Because of him, I like it. Okay.
Right. He is the push that made the difference.
Who's on the other side again? Who's NXT?
The horsewomen and Tegan Knox.
Adam,
and
who are the
Dakota
horsewomen?
Kai.
Who are the horsewomen?
Mrs. Roddy Strong.
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this
Methadone
message.
olive oil.
Yeah, and
Jessamine Duke.
And is that the one I
that's
don't
why
like?
you don't like her, because her last name is Duke. You don't like
of
Duke.
Earl?
Duke,
You
Duke,
like
Duke, Duke of oil.
Oil.
Anyway, AEW here for me.
Yeah,
just
cool.
because Orange Cassidy pushed him over the top. If the best friends hugging after they make a good spot isn't good enough.
I feel like I want to elaborate on not liking the Bucks that much.
No, the Bucks were fine. You can't.
How you? I'm fucking talking about me, a-hole.
Well, nobody cares what you think.
Oh, okay.
I do, Rob.
We can't, you're the NXT guy.
I don't know. I just felt like, look, we already have two. Here's my point. We had two tag team matches that were highlighting the tag division in the tag tournament. Okay? You got a 2-hour program, and they don't do short matches in AEW.
No.
Right? So you're gonna have 40 minutes consumed.
See the main event.
At least 40 minutes in promos and match consumed by the tag team tournament. Now you still have another hour and 20 minutes of TV, total time. Where you can get some single stars out there, so we can start learning some of the roster. You can get some other women out there, so we can try to build on to that disastrous roster they have. You have all the things you could do.
Mouth.
All the things you could do in this time frame, and what do? You got to give us the Bucks. The Bucks have to have their TV time. There's nothing else you could do right there but give us another Bucks match that we've seen 1,000 times.
You know, I would love to go back in time, or just go back and listen to old episodes and find clips of you guys bitching about WWE TV or just wrestling in general not having enough spotlight on tag team matches.
No, you're
Tonight
right.
you have a bunch of tag team matches. Now you guys are crying.
Actually, Brian, it's the
I want a
third
happy
week in a
mix.
row we've had 3 or 4 tag matches.
I want to see a good mix. I want to meet. It's a new company. I want to meet some of their roster.
There
you have the inner circle. You have the
That's it?
tag team.
So
and then you have all the tag
They
teams.
got 20 people on their roster total.
Brian, it was what it was.
Wardlow.
It was what it was. Let's not romanticize that this was going to go down in the Bucks Hall of Fame here.
No, not at all.
Okay, so fuck it. Let's just move on.
I'm just saying they treat it like it's a fucking indie show.
Yeah.
And
No, but
you say that like it's a bad thing.
no,
Rob.
you wanna do the grind and the feel of an indie show. That's great. That's fine. Lower the lights down. Make it kind of gritty. Whatever. Don't do high def. Whatever you want to do. I don't give a shit. But it's still a TV program, and some things are more enjoyable for live audiences. I'm sorry. Go ahead. All right.
So before we get to the main events for each show, Adam and Rob Bangbus says Adam and Rob bitching. Brian, we used to it. They use good English. I can't-
Wow.
Yeah, what is happening?
I thought I was
happening here?
reading it
You
wrong.
okay?
But yeah, no, he can't type, and I just don't edit when I read. So we have Jamie Hayter,
Oh, Brian, we used to it.
and Britt Baker. Brian, did you know she's from Pittsburgh? Really?
I mean, you could see me doing something. Yes,
That's why I
Adam,
went to
did
you,
you notice?
jackass.
Did you happen to notice that Britt Baker is from Pittsburgh? That's why she was wearing all that Steelers.
What was on the
garb.
other side? Okay, Britt Baker was doing her match in AEW.
Adam didn't know.
Not well. Main event. We're gonna get to this.
I think
We're gonna go main event side by side.
Yeah, wait,
this is the
go-
only thing missing.
during the Britt Baker and whoever the fuck she was wrestling and whoever's on the
I
NXT
went
side.
outside.
Yeah. This was like the lull of the night where neither one of the programs had anything I cared to watch.
Yep.
And not saying it's horrible. I'm not saying it's WWE, Raw bad or SmackDown bad. I'm just saying I wasn't interested.
You know what? I gotta say, this was
Ninja,
Britt's. This was my favorite match of hers so far in AEW.
Yeah, she's had a tag match.
Well,
two
you know what? I'll
singles
say in Dynamite. Right. Yeah. Okay. And this one was my favorite.
Thanks,
I don't
Brian.
know if it was just because she was wearing Steeler stuff or.
Oh, Britt Baker is the mayor of Britsburg.
Yeah, people
She
were
fucking
holding that
is.
sign up, Rob. You just weren't paying attention.
Yeah, Britsburg, baby.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
No, I was setting the stream up
No, you weren't.
during this match.
How about Adam Cole being on both shows?
Yeah, there you go.
He's
Bang
fucking-
Bus, it would be Brian, we are used to it, if you wanted to use proper grammar. But yeah, nothing's wrong with that sentence. And stay in school, kids, he wrote on the board.
That's a little factoid.
You need to go back to school.
Who needs to go back to school?
You do.
Bang Bus.
Me?
Wrestling school.
Yeah, he needs
school.
if Bang Bus was a school bus, he'd be doing well.
That would be weird, actually.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about the AEW women. There was nothing here. Brian,
We just did.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Main event. Side by side, we've got a triple threat for the North American title.
I think we should.
Dominic Dijakovic.
Adam,
Dijakovic.
stop. Sometimes
I was trying to say his name
sometimes
right.
you have to let people in. Just let them in.
I wanted to say
Dilapidated
his
boat.
name right for his change
You
instead
weren't
of
gonna
calling
get-
him Dick Jack.
He's Dick Jack.
Dijakovic.
We should really do AEW first for the main events.
What do you mean?
I mean, as we have been doing, introducing the one segment and then the other side by side, I think AEWs would be the one we talk about first here so that we can expand on NXTs.
Wow. Why? It sounds like you have a favorite or something.
I was going to layer them.
Yeah.
I was going to layer them because they're each a match, but one has a better consequence at the end, I think. So we have Mox versus Pac. Pac attacks Mox well before the match, sets everything up there. On the other side, Dijakovic, Keith Lee, and Roddy Strong for the North American title because, you know, VD got taken out last week. I guess they made a pill for it.
No, are you talking about the show that's on after?
No, it's
What
like
is
a
it?
Velveteen Dream. So you have Mox and Pac go time limit.
Temptation Island.
Now you go off air with a time limit. Yeah, you're early. You have to show consequence, right, Brian, on the fact that you have time limit matches. You can't just have none of them ever go there.
No, not at all. I thought.
And TV was running out.
Yeah, I thought it was weird though doing it to finish the episode, and I know the crowd's gonna get dark afterwards, you know. But for
and
us,
Moxley going, this is bullshit.
Yeah,
time limit my
I
ass.
think it's a great way for it to go off of TV. It's just like any TV series you've watched, you know, the scripted ones, Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, whatever. Some episodes end on kind of a down what the fuck note. You know, they don't always end in fucking fireworks.
But you know, when you think about a match not coming to conclusion, Rob, you might salivate to want it to see finish. I was absolutely fine with it going time limit and not seeing this finish.
Yeah, actually, I didn't have much interest.
Nothing wrong with it.
I didn't have a lot of interest in these two wrestling each other. Not because I don't think they're good wrestlers. I just didn't have any interest. There's nothing emotional there for me.
Now,
What's up, Spike? What's up, Juan?
So just the fact that the ending is something that was memorable for me, other than somebody else would have won and I would have forgot eventually. You know, that's memorable. We got our first tie.
Yeah, next week we would have been talking about who won. Now we know it's a time limit draw.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
Talking.
just a little sour taste in my mouth, I guess.
That's 'cause
The
you're a
match
bitch.
was good.
Well, whoa. What about this? Am I crazy?
Little bitch.
What if you flipped the matches, right? What if you had that be right before Britt Baker versus Jamie Hayter?
Well, then
she's a hometown
no question.
hero.
I'm just saying AEW, they hit their apex with the Inner Circle segment at the top of the second hour.
Yeah.
They hit their apex, and they kind of trailed off where that was the lull in NXT, and they come back, Brian, here with what Rob, as we were watching it, goes, oh, here it is. They're going to set up War Games finally. We got Undisputed Era come out. They weren't allowed at ringside. We have them come out at the end. Roddy stole the pin.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to gloss over that match because that match was great. Keith Lee and Dijakovic need to work on their
Fucking-
conditioning because they look gassed, but everything looked good.
Insane. That match was so good.
Match was very clean in terms of spots and movement and execution. And I love Roddy when he's doing heroin for a while. Stands back up just to get Keith Lee flipping on him. But Roddy retains, Undisputed standing in the ring, and here comes Ciampa with a crutch. And Rob says, War Games build.
Yeah.
And here comes Gargano.
Right?
And so we need a third and we need a fourth. And cue Finn Balor. Okay. I assume number 4 is going to be Velveteen Dream, who in a few weeks before War Games will
which
be,
everybody's at this point thinking his music's going to hit.
Right. And if it doesn't hit tonight, though, Rob, you know that he'll be the 4th added is what you're thinking.
Or something like that, yeah.
And out of fucking nowhere, Finn Balor turns.
What a great turn.
I did not see that coming.
I didn't either.
I didn't either.
And when you talk about wanting more, he didn't flash the Undisputed Era symbol at the end. He clearly seemed to be on the same page. They were all giving it to him. Is Finn turned heel, Brian?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
he's definitely on the heel side for
Oh,
sure.
I
I
Does
mean,
this
I wouldn't
make
say he's
Gargano and Ciampa face?
Yes, of course. But this doesn't mean that they're absolutely together, right? Isn't this the same kind of thing that they did
that's
with
the second question.
They did this with
are
Roddy.
They,
when Roddy before? Yes, they did.
Roddy put the armband on.
No, before that, they teased it for a while that he was going to join, and he never did. And then eventually, he finally did.
No, Roddy turned at War Games. What do you?
No.
There are certain
Roddy turned on Pete Dunne, his partner at War
Can't get
Games.
over
That's how he joined Undisputed.
No, but they were
The next week he put the armband
no,
on.
but they were
NXT.
courting him for like months.
All right.
I forgot what I was going to say because that was. So what were we talking about?
I don't know, man.
We were talking about Fergal Devitt.
No, I'm trying to get my train of thought back. I had a really good point I want to make, but y'all two motherfuckers can just go sometimes.
Yeah, I love how we always get blamed for Rob's brain not working.
Yeah, because I'm ready to put it in there, and it's like, not yet.
Talk to your wife on that one.
Oh, that's funny.
But
Juan says Rob's turned to AEW now.
he has.
I've never
come to the dark.
I've never
it's not even
hated
the dark side.
AEW.
They're the good people. We're the good
Look,
people. We're the baby faces.
Both shows have a struggle. I think have points that they are struggling on, right? And one of them is that the way that AEW ended tonight with the same two guys that we've been seeing after the same feud of these two that we've seen. And it's going to keep doing that over and over. And the struggle is they have to introduce new people, Brian. We can't have the same indie traveling show. It's not a circus.
Yeah, but Rob, you make this point all the time how we don't have to have the same people on every week. Last week, Darby Allin was showcased like crazy,
Yes.
and he was the talk of the
Yeah,
town.
they're doing that.
So I mean, they can't just blow their wad every week.
I'm not talking about every week. My point is that you're building a new roster. You're introducing it to a new audience on TV.
We met Jamie Hayter tonight.
Okay. All right.
Where was Jake Hager?
We didn't need to meet him.
Where was he? We were.
So with the Finn thing,
What?
I think Finn, I'm sorry, it just came back to me. I think Finn attacking Johnny Gargano, there are certain actions that you know there's going to be a consequence to that. And you've accepted, I'm still talking, you've accepted before that I'm going to do this, I'm going to live up to the consequence, right? So Finn hitting Gargano, you're automatically heel. He is the baby face of baby faces. So to say, well, he's kind of a mid-heel.
No. All I was saying was that they're not totally aligned, Finn and Undisputed Era.
We don't know that he's part of Undisputed Era.
Right.
We don't know that he's a fifth member,
they're
or
both,
if he's we
but
agree with you.
They're both in the darkness. They're just maybe not
Right.
tangling it up. Right.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
absolutely.
Yeah, they could be together.
I love it. That's how you end a fucking show.
But now, do we think there's a chance that it's 5-on-5 for War Games and that Finn is part of Undisputed, or is this to set up Finn versus Gargano and neither is in War Games? They're going to have a singles match. Did we ever see Finn versus Gargano?
I don't know.
Finn was gone.
No, yeah.
Right as Gargano was
gone.
debuting.
I personally think this is the best heel turn since Seth Rollins and Shield.
Pretty good.
I'm not putting it up there on Hogan level. Hogan was iconic, but
No.
Yeah, and Stike wants to point out Finn did give the Bullet Club sign. He when he pointed
pew,
down,
pew.
at Gargano, he had the guns. He did. We know he never held up, Undisputed.
Are the Bucks going to go over to
NXT, yeah. Mm-hmm. They're doing a talent exchange.
No, Ricochet, pew pew,
pew pew pew.
He's borrowing his sound effects.
And then Breezango is going to go to AEW.
Breezango getting booked like they're the Ascension.
Whoa. So
main roster Ascension, not NXT.
Okay, I was going to say, this
we
is powerhouses.
We haven't had a WWE version of heel Finn, have we? I don't think we have. He's been face since all through NXT, all the way WWE completely.
Yeah.
It's our first heel.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm looking forward to this.
No, they cannot use Bullet Club Shoji.
No.
New Japan.
The OC. That's why they created the OC. If they could use Bullet Club, they would
call
use
it
it.
the Rhodes Club.
They
could change his name to Cody Rhodes. They own it.
So main event, man.
I got to give it to it's
the
absolutely
fallout.
NXT.
But it's because of the fallout.
Not even that. I mean,
Well,
even the
the
match.
triple threat
even the
was
match.
better. Triple threat.
Match
you're right.
was great.
Match was better.
So, but I mean,
NXT wins the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
we're all.
I think
I'm
the
in
only thing
agreement.
NXT won was the bookends.
Yeah.
The middle and certainly the start of the top.
So they like
was
to start
sticking
out
out.
hot and finish hot. Whereas AEW, I mean, they like to start hot. You can't say that match was not. I mean, it was spotty. It was very spotty.
AEW started
Very spotty.
Very.
AEW from about 8:20 to let's say 8 or 9:40 was all AEW.
Yeah, here's the problem with it, Brian. As a fan watching that first match, I don't want to watch that much in one match. I want to be able to talk to my buddy, like if we're on the couch watching it. I want to be able to look at you and say something, and then go back to the match and not miss something. But in this case, it was like if you look away, you miss
And Enziguri, Hurricanrana,
a Frankensteiner from the fucking top of the Titantron.
Tope Suicino, Steve Blackman. The fucking works.
Yeah.
All right, so
Fucking headlock, man.
now it's time for our awards board. Get
Wrestling.
ready. We only got 2 awards.
Wrestling.
And then we're going to crown a winner. The awards are Marked Out Moment and Petty Town. Remember, you got to give one for each show, so technically there's 4 awards, and then we declare a winner. Brian,
Yeah.
I know you're the big note taker. I'm going to let you kick it
Boy.
off. And I'm going to make you kick it off with the
Aye.
NXT Marked Out Moment.
Oh, wow.
What are your marked out moments?
Your notes are
NXT marked out
intensive.
moment.
Yeah.
All right, so how about in the triple threat in the main event, okay, when they did that fucking powerbomb suplex gimmick all from the corner, where
Yeah,
Keith Lee
it
was
was-
holding all of them up at one point. And I know he didn't hold them
Well,
up for
and
long.
Dijakovic was holding Roddy
And
up.
he was holding
Delayed
Roddy up,
suplex,
right.
Yeah.
But, for a moment, we're still going to have that visual of him fucking
and
doing
Roddy's
that.
core's got to hold himself up.
Right,
you know,
just
pretty
incredible.
impressive.
Incredible. they keep outdoing
Keith Lee
themselves.
fell out the fucking ring when he
He
had
did,
to
I
let
know,
him
right?
down.
But yeah, for me it was that. And then
And what's your one for AEW? What's your
for
marked out moment?
AEW? How about when Stu Grayson did that dive over the corner during the tag match? That I like when things kind of come out of nowhere.
I thought it was
Yeah,
cool because
yeah.
Scorpio was chasing him, and I thought for sure like they were about
He
to
was
do
gonna do an
something in
up
the
and over.
corner, and he just jumped the fuck
yeah,
out.
I thought that was fucking cool.
Yeah, that was good. All right, I will give you coins.
No Roddies?
No, they weren't that good. Rob, what's your marked outs?
My marked out for NXT is I don't know how anybody could say other than Finn turning. It's just marked out. It was one of the better wrestling moments I've watched in months.
That's pretty good.
Right.
That's pretty good.
And my marked out for AEW was fucking Cody fucking punching his fucking hand through that window.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was great. So
That was pretty cool. I'm gonna go. Yeah, you're right, Rob. But I figured one of you was gonna pick the Finn heel turn.
Yeah.
So the other marked out moment I have was watching Keith Lee jump over the top rope. We see guys Seth Rollins size do tope suicidos all day and suicide dive, whatever. Watching Keith Lee, a big man, do that,
Yeah.
that was impressive. And
Yeah, it
even
was
better, that Dijakovic kind of caught him, but heroin addict Roddy, that's been out for like 5 minutes, just stood up and got the
Careful
brother.
when you say that, because I think was there a problem?
Oh, he was in Breaking Bad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? No. Yeah. El Camino. You see him in El Camino?
Wait, see, but at least I don't lose my train of thought like Rob.
It's
And
all
my other one,
That's not fair. That's
my
a
other
medical
marked out
condition.
moment for AEW was Jericho and the scarf comment during that whole interview.
I feel like we should do our just pay respect to those before us. Fucking give a shout out to DDP, right?
Yeah. No
What the
shit.
fuck was that?
DDP was
Looking great.
he was doing his thing, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bang.
Chilling that DDP yoga.
that was awesome.
You gotta love
When he
some
ran
Oh,
up the
Adam
stairs.
Sour.
Hey, he fought.
Yeah.
He threw some
Did he?
punches. Yeah.
On the
I don't-
board, I'm going to check with them. Marked out for Stike, Finn Balor for AEW. He says Lucha Brothers versus Pirate Party. Oh, man, I don't agree there. Soji marked out Finn turn and Cody punching the glass, so he's right there with you, Rob. Let's see. Justin says Forgotten Sons and Young Bucks.
All
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glad we got something different on the board. Bangwa says Fergal Devitt and no you neckbeard Marks out there. He didn't put up a Bullet Club sign.
Thank
No,
you.
he didn't put up Bullet Crate sign. He put out
Pew, pew, pew.
he shot.
Pew, pew, pew.
It was guns.
Yeah, he was
Guns
like
up.
Hangman.
Yeah.
Guns up.
Well, except his horses show their
Pew,
junks.
pew, pew.
Petty Town. I'm gonna get started.
course. You love
NXT. My Petty Town is. I'm over Riddle. I'm over him.
I
Checked
disagree.
the tape 2 months ago. I thought he was sliced bread. Now I've seen it, and I'm ready for something new. Give me a storyline. It might because the ring work is still good, but it's a little stale. I need an angle. And then the other side for Petty Town, AEW, man. Get rid of your fucking ref reactions. I'm tired of it.
Oh, yeah.
I have it takes away. I'm trying to watch a good match, and I'm watching these stupid refs go,
No. Time out.
That's
Time
great
out.
move for
Elaborate.
radio.
Elaborate.
Adam he's gyrating back
Yeah,
there. If you
for those
can.
of you that
thank you,
cannot
thank you.
see.
If
But
you
also,
have the subtitles on, you could have seen that.
specifically, I know you're not. This isn't a blanket statement for Earl, for Mr.
A
Sinclair.
little personality's good.
No, he's talking about Aubrey Edwards.
I'm talking about Aubrey
He
Edwards.
doesn't like Aubrey. He always calls her out.
And
I
there's
hate it.
one other guy that
She's
does
great
it.
at her job.
There was one other guy that does it there. He looks like Uncle Rico as a ref. I don't know how else to describe him.
he does, doesn't he?
Uncle
They-
Rico.
I could throw a football over a
Yeah,
mountain.
yeah.
Oh, those goddamn mountains.
Yeah, it's those two. Aubrey and Uncle Rico. I'm sorry. Man.
This guy. He wants something. He's summoning
Yeah.
something.
I want something too. What's your Petty Town award, Rob? And then maybe I'll give you a reward if
God,
they're good.
You know, I have so many options here.
Look at all
It's-
those.
It's hard to pick from one of them.
Jeez, man. Why'd you write so much?
I don't know. My Petty Town, I'm just going to stick with the first match of AEW. It just, too many spots. It's just too much.
He was overwhelmed.
I was like, I don't want to watch this. I'm going to have a seizure.
He couldn't keep up with it. His old ass brain.
That's what it was. I want some old wrestling with some headlocks and a test of strength for 30 fucking minutes. That's what I want. My Petty Town for NXT, Cameron Grimes. I just
Can't even get his name right.
Cameron Grimes.
What'd you call him?
Grimes.
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 Like Rick.
That's what I said. Grimes.
Yeah, like from Walking Dead.
I said Cameron Grimes the
you
first
said
fucking time.
Grinds.
See us.
No, I did not. You heard that.
Okay.
Can't-
Check the tape.
can't-
I will
man.
check the fucking tape because I said Grimes.
Just like when Brian
I
heard
said Grimes a
Tuesday,
minute
but
ago
I
to-
said Wednesday.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about when he said that.
Check the tape, man.
Adam, I'm just gonna talk until I want to stop talking. No one else gets in. No.
Yeah.
I'm fucking. My Petty Town is you, Adam.
Later,
There
Stike.
you go.
Your fucking
I like it.
face.
All
I
right.
like it.
Yeah.
You're fired.
All right. What do you got over there?
My Petty Town for NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When it says Matt Riddle, established 2015. All right.
Guys, this
That leads me to believe that Matt Riddle is 5 years old. I'm sorry, 4 years old, maybe.
It's still
This-
real to be
this was such a thing when we were watching.
Brian
All
wouldn't
right.
let it
Swear to
go.
God.
Brian
Right.
wouldn't let it
No.
go for like 5
How
minutes.
old is he? Established in fucking the year that he's born, not 2015.
It's the year
No,
he
it's
established the
stupid.
gimmick.
No, he was established. No, he was always the original bro. He's supposed to be the original bro. If he's original, then it should be when he was fucking born.
The Colonel, when he created the original recipe, it wasn't when he was born.
That makes no sense. I don't even know. No, that
Dropping
doesn't even,
the mic.
that doesn't even make any sense.
It makes perfect sense.
That makes absolute perfect
it
sense.
makes
The
yeah.
Colonel. Wait,
Remember, you're talking
my
about his
mind-
Trump. What?
Yeah. The
no,
Colonel,
no,
the
not
Colonel,
NXT.
as in KFC, Colonel Sanders.
Yes.
When he created his original recipe,
Uh-huh.
and he says, and it's branded on all his shit. I
Yeah.
don't know the year, 1900 whatever. The fucking,
Established.
yeah, it wasn't his fucking year. It was born. It was the year that he made the recipe.
No, because that was the year that no, that was the year that he created something. You're right. That was the year that he created something. His chicken was created then. Matt Riddle
created
is the chicken. Matt Riddle is the chicken.
The bro gimmick in 2015.
No,
No, he was always the bro. He's original.
The date is for the last time he fucking wore shoes.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob.
Oh my God.
You're welcome.
Maybe
All
it's
right.
his daughter's. Maybe his daughter was born in 2015.
On the board, Pettytown Awards everywhere.
Wait, I do my petty 10 for AEW.
Oh, go for it.
I don't have one because it's perfect.
All right.
Take me.
It was wow. Justin says Brian checked the tape, but he also wrote it as brain. Bang Buzz,
That applies also.
Bang Buzz says Pettytown, fuck the Astros. Yankees should be in the World Series.
No, fuck the Yankees.
Justin, Pettytown,
That baseball?
Leo Rush for NXT, and AEW Moxley. Don't complain about the time limit draws. You get a light out match with Pac somehow. So there you go.
Lights out, baby.
Pettytown,
out.
you don't have to live like a refugee. That's from Daniel Price.
Don't have to live like a refugee.
And Soji's Pettytown. Mox in the main event. Don't hate me, guys. NXT Pettytown. Breezango. Who else? Yeah, but at least Breezango's on TV. I haven't seen the Ascension since
Yeah, where are they?
Connor's waistline. I don't know.
His waistline?
His
know.
waistline.
I don't know.
That's
Wasteland?
insulting.
Yeah,
No, they're training hard, brother.
training
They're
hard
fucking
for what?
prepping.
They're not even on main event anymore.
Yeah,
They're on
well,
Deep Space
they'll
Nine.
Get there. No, they'll get there. They'll be back. Don't you guys worry. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You are
Adam is destroying.
You are
the
you are the
studio.
worst. I swear you can't do anything without it being just a massive consequence. Adam tries to be cool and throw a piece of paper, and he's just knocking the fucking studio apart.
Why did you have to ditch the paper?
Why can't you just put it on the table like you do everything else and leave it there
Yeah.
for 3 weeks?
Well, things are kind of just.
And then he almost broke the fucking headphones,
Yeah.
the $300 fucking headphones.
Seriously. What's wrong with you?
Go ahead, man. Do your show.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for filling the dead air, fellas. I
We
really
got you.
We
appreciate it.
did. We got you, man.
So
Fucking Chevy Chase. That's what it
final
is.
final award, and the winner is Brian. Who's your winner?
I thought you said I was the winner.
Fuck no.
Nope.
Who is the winner?
Yeah.
God, this one is tough. This one hurts, but you know what? I gotta give the nod to NXT.
Wow.
I do.
What?
I do.
I
This
am
won't happen.
shocked.
This won't happen a lot.
Holy.
This won't happen a lot. All right, but like I said, the show finished so strong. All right, you had that triple threat, and then that led into the fucking Finn heel turn. Come on,
It did have a
that's
strong
a way to finish. That's a way to finish.
It's the last thing we saw before we went on
I'm
air.
sorry, I have a short memory span. That fucking did it for me.
All right.
All right.
I'm shocked by that. Rob, who's your winner?
Yeah, I gotta say that I was really leaning on AEW. I was going that direction. Then I started putting all the pieces together, and I'm like, you know what? NXT gave me variety tonight. It wasn't just a dog and pony fucking traveling circus show. The beginning was a great match, setting up some consequence for the women's division. And the end was a fucking great match, followed by one of the most mind-blowing fucking heel turns that I can remember in modern history. So, NXT, I think, wins this week. I don't know if they'll win the ratings war, but in my opinion, they win the battle this week.
You're welcome.
Well, as Brian puts up on the screen for our YouTube viewers to see, Wardlow right away.
Oh, yeah.
MVP.
AEW wins just by that.
Dude, he's a
But
fucking beast.
If we take out the Wardlow signing,
Why aren't we doing pictures of ourselves next to our MLWP?
if we
that.
take him out,
yeah.
side by side, here's what you got, guys. You did do a good job of setting up a division in the women at the top of your show.
Uh-huh.
You did have some filler there, but you had something crazy that nobody saw coming at the end. Even though we knew Finn was going to come out, I guess, because he hadn't come out yet, we had no idea what he was going to do or that he was going to do that. Secondly, on the other side, one of you guys called it before it happened.
Probably me.
That it was Moxley and Pac were going to go to a draw.
Uh-huh.
And we all called that since the Lucha Brothers won, SCU was going to win.
Yeah.
So that wasn't shocking. Maybe DDP
No.
was a
'cause-
little bit of a shock. But I'm
Because
saying
they've
what I'm
been
trying to s-
marching kind of the old heads out.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is there was nothing shocking that happened tonight in AEW. And I'm sorry to say this. I like that you're featuring your tag teams. I do. But what are you going to do next week when there's no more tournament?
Right.
They're just waiting for Full Gear to get to their finals, to crown their first champion.
Yeah.
There is no more tournament. Are you still going to have 3 matches? Are you still going to have consolation matches, Brian?
Yeah, because everything counts, remember?
Or are you going to start doing feuds?
Yeah, no,
The Bucks
there's
did
already
nothing to build their feud with Ortiz and Santana except cut a promo after their match. It was okay. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible. It was just okay. I want to see some other feuds. They've done SCU and they've done luchas, but that's all been about the tournament.
Yeah, where was Hangman?
I love Jericho.
Great.
Give me more fucking Jericho all day.
Yeah.
Shirtless blazer wearing Jericho.
Yeah, I would have liked
Non-scarf Jericho.
I would have liked to see, like Rob said, take the Bucks and best friends out of there and feature some other new people. We haven't seen
I don't
Jimmy
know.
Havoc in a while.
I don't
we
know who
haven't
the new
seen
people are.
Jake Hager do more than throw a punch.
Well, he didn't know. Jake Hager,
we
he
only
has a
saw
fight.
Guevara
but
fight
that's the-
Cody Rhodes once.
And that's
Hager
the
has a
point,
fight coming
Brian.
up.
That's
What?
the point. That you're saying who they're going to put out there. I don't know. They need
'Cause
to
we don't
introduce
know
me to
them.
people.
We know all these tag teams because we've seen them in this tournament.
Yeah,
They've put a featured spot on. I couldn't even tell you. They introduced to me the 4th woman tonight.
We've been watching.
We have Riho, Nyla, Britt, and now Hater.
We've been watching tweets for fucking like a year now with guys in the pictures like this here with the Wardlow. So
Yeah.
you know this person's all elite. Let me meet all these people in the ring.
Sean Spears, he could have come out and done something tonight.
Yeah.
MJF could have. Well, no, he was out there, but he hasn't really wrestled. There's other guys that could have been stuck in these spots. To Rob's point, somebody else that you put and feature. You didn't see Jurassic Express in a consolation match.
Well,
So why put the best friends and Bucks there?
Luchasaurus is hurt. He's out for like 9 months.
Okay, but Marco Stunt,
Jungle
everybody
Boy-
was talking about
yeah.
him last week.
Jungle Boy can't do a one-on-one
Yeah, well,
match with
maybe they're
somebody?
on Dark. You see who's on Dark?
Who fucking cares about Dark? I'm not there.
Well,
I'll care about it when we go in a couple weeks.
Yeah. And Soji, I agree. It might have been different had you put the Jericho and Cody and Inner Circle segment at the end of AEW, because that's quite frankly where they crushed NXT tonight.
Yeah.
Was in the middle there. If that's at the end, we might have a different story. But I'm going to go with NXT 2. Finn turning. It's a huge story.
yeah, it's big.
That's
Big time.
huge. Because like you said, Robin, we can check the tape because I'm not positive, but he's not been heel ever.
Oh, that was all that conversation to lead up to your answer?
Yes.
Wow. He fucking went there. There's a whole goddamn walk around the block.
Well, that was about Wardlow, right?
No, but I involved my co-host, so
Okay.
that was a really good job by me, as opposed to you turning into Bob lately. Going on your
Are you kidding me?
monologues.
Dude, you never let anybody break in. Go ahead. You're good.
Well, so anyway,
I just stopped trying.
NXT's the winner. What do they get?
You get nothing.
What about
You lose.
Lance Ringo?
Good day, sir.
That only applies to the visual audience. Of course, Monday. Sorry, I'm pulling a Rob. I'm coughing. Monday we have Rawsome. Rob will be back in the host chair. Brian and I will try to entertain you with whatever he comes up with to react to Raw. We didn't react to SmackDown because it was garbage. We probably won't again. I don't even think we're going to watch it. I'm sure I'll look it up.
Yeah.
We'll fill SmackDown's time with some dirt sheets, and maybe Brian will have 5 questions that Rob will scrap right before we go to air.
Oh.
Yeah,
we can do trivia. Let's do trivia. We can do some AEW trivia.
No, it's a good idea. I think Brian can test me and yours knowledge.
Yeah,
of
let's see.
AEW.
I'll get a gauge of where you guys are at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can have like you guys like
You can get
maybe
a
like
compass.
facial recognition.
I'm not Magnetic North.
I like this. Let's do this.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, so set that up.
So we have next week. Then we have go home for fucking Saudi
Crown Stool.
Crown Stool,
Yeah.
which I will be at. I don't know if I'm leaving.
So
I don't know how long
did you
does it take?
guys see that they added that they've made a 20-man battle royal, and the winner fights AJ for the U.S. title later that night?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, after prayer.
After prayer.
Yeah,
Hello.
so it'll give time for the guy to
I
recover.
wonder what the concessions are.
Mansoor's house.
The
Popcorn.
Prince's Palace.
Did you ever think
Cracker
about it
Jacks?
if you don't
Penis Schmeichel.
if you don't say his name right, like Mansoor, If you say it just like
Why'd you-
Mansoor,
Manatar.
it sounds.
Mansoor.
Hey, here comes herpes.
Oh.
Bangbus says SmackDown's losing its feel. They're trying so hard to make it the same level as the NFL. Yeah,
Hot
and it's going to FS1.
Plus, I have those assholes that aren't wrestling fans or have nothing to do with
It's
wrestling
going-
interjecting. I don't want to hear fucking Kurt Loder telling me about The Fiend.
Look. Yeah, right.
That's weird.
That's fucking crazy.
I do like
Look,
him on
everybody-
MTV.
I'm down to shit on SmackDown all day. I am. I really am. But everybody doing the whole, and they're going to FS1 this week. Fucking, that is so stupid. Let's just be fair. There's plenty to shit on SmackDown for. They're going to FS1 because of the fucking World Series, not because Fox is like, oh, you suck. Pull it down. So everybody just calm the fuck down. We got plenty to bitch about it. Let's not start making
They'll
shit
be
up
there in
now.
6 months anyway.
Yeah,
Everybody's just trying to blow their wad with their comments.
You're going to be on FS1.
Brian Bangbus says on Dirt Sheet, Carlito declined a WWE offer because of how Epico and Primo have been booked.
Probably.
Epically.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Would you come to WWE?
No, but I'd get a colonoscopy.
I would.
You would?
If I got a job offer.
Yeah, but look at
What if you had offers between AEW and WWE?
I'm going to go WWE.
Why?
Rob would do less. Rob would be the Gary version of Orange Cassidy.
I get an answer. I don't know. I would go to WWE because, number one, they pay well. I mean, they absolutely do pay well. And number two, I think it's a guaranteed brand. It's not going anywhere. We know it's not going anywhere. And AEW, as much as we all love it, AEW could be gone in a year, or it could be bumped in a time slot to make it irrelevant in a year. That could very well happen. This could be a flash in the pan. And I'm not saying I don't like it, but it fucking could be. So I would go to WWE because I know I have a job there, at the end of the day. That's just my opinion.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. AEW, they have less dates. The money is apparently good.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And I know that you're saying, I get what you're saying as far as, the guarantee that it's going to be there for whoever, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, who
Right.
fucking knows.
That is a big deal.
Right. I get it. But I mean, you could say the same thing about WWE.
No, you can't. We just made
Well,
that.
I mean,
we just made the
no,
comparison
no.
that they
Come
were
on.
separate.
What if there's
got to
be some dirt? There's got to be some dirt. Fucking Alicia Fox is still employed there.
Wait, no. You could make the comment if you want about 205 Live or one of their programmings or a name change of a pay-per-view to say, or even possibly, Brian, that Raw or SmackDown would change names. But to say that WWE would go away is impossible.
I mean, Big Baller brand
No.
fell. So
I mean,
if anything
even
could happen.
Marked Out Wrestling podcast changed their branding, and dumped the Smarkdown when it left Tuesdays.
Right.
But we're still here.
Yeah. Not the takedown though. Takedown is still just
Taken
kinda
down.
getting-
It is still taken
No,
down.
it's just
Brian.
moving nights.
Yeah.
Moving
I
nights.
said Rob would job as son of Shockmaster for the paycheck.
Yeah,
I would. I would be the Shockmaster's fucking.
Day Shockmaster.
I would be
Yeah.
his gimp.
Should we
the
break
paycheck.
kayfabe and admit why Takedown is gone? Should we go the kayfabe route and admit?
I don't know where he's going with this.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
What,
your
because-
co-host copyrighted it, and then he walked with your
Oh.
name, and we just
Well-
had to cancel you because it just wasn't worth it anymore.
Well, yeah, Plus, I mean, had to go in for that old.
and he took
that
Indy
soldiery.
McGinty face with him.
Yeah, that's okay.
Urgh.
That's all right.
Grooms. What?
All right, final thoughts on the board. If you have any, Rob does not.
Call JG Wentworth.
Daniel Price says
877
Rob
cash
would
now.
job as son of
877.
Shockmaster for a paycheck.
Yeah, he
just read that.
said that.
Just said it.
Yeah, but it sounds better with my voice.
No, it
God.
doesn't. He loves listening to
I was
himself.
even trying to do a follow-up joke.
Thank
but
you.
he
You're
kept
right.
trying
I do.
I was trying to do a follow-up joke too, but he kept talking, so I'm sure it didn't come out.
Oh, sorry, King of Dad jokes.
No,
that
you
were
fuck-
bragging about earlier.
You don't let people break in. It's all right. Go ahead.
I don't let people break in. I
No.
love the pot kettle. Like
All I do is stop talking because you just, I'm talking now.
he has no problem
Go ahead,
cutting
man.
in it sometimes, but then the other times he wants to pretend
End
that he
your
can't.
show, motherfucker.
There he goes. All right, so tune in next time. We're gonna have some more fun. I bet AEW will probably do better and win. I think because Finn, this is just a monumental turn. At the end of the day, it's a monumental turn. That's why NXT won. Thank you, board, for tuning in. We'll see you back here Monday. We'll be less serious, but Rob will still be angry Tune in next time.
The
Same
fuck
smart
over.
time.
We were serious?
Same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by eRecord Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.